Hey everybody, and welcome back to It's Only Food with Chef John Politte. Today we're going to be showing you how to make spicy chili crisp. Cue the music. Alright, well welcome back and thanks a lot for watching. Like I said, today we're going to be showing you how to make spicy chili crisp. Let's drop down here and see what our ingredients are for this. We have got 1 1/4 cup of canola oil, 1 tablespoon of fresh ginger that's sliced, 1/4 cup of shiitake mushroom sliced, 1/2 cup of fresh garlic sliced, 1/2 cup of shallots sliced, 2 jalapenos sliced, 2 star anise pods sliced, 1/4 cup of red pepper flakes, 1 tablespoon of paprika, 2 tablespoons of brown sugar, 3 tablespoons of soy sauce, 1 tablespoon of fish sauce, 1 teaspoon of salt, and 1 teaspoon of black pepper. The recipe will be down in the description box or in the first pinned comment. Alright, like I said, we're making chili crisp today, so let's start making this. We're going to take out what we need for the first part, and I'll meet you over at the stove. Alright, here we are at our pan, our stovetop. We've got all of our ingredients. So we split this recipe basically in half because our aromatics are going to get cooked first. We've got our oil, our garlic, our shallots, salt and pepper, shiitake mushrooms back there, our star anise, we've got our peppers and our ginger right there. Let's focus on our pan here. Alright, we got a nice medium high heat on here. I'm going to pour all that oil into our pan. And I've got a bigger, broader pan for this. Doesn't look like a lot of ingredients, but I want them to settle in and cook evenly. On the bottom of this, I don't want them bunched up in a smaller pan because I want them to cook. And you don't have to cook all of your aromatics in a precision cut, but do try to get them about the same size so they cook evenly, because we're going to go about a half hour on this, 20 to 30 minutes. Let that oil get cooked. I'm going to throw one of these little star anise in here, and once that starts bubbling, we will know it's time. Just throw the rest in. Alright, we've got some bubbling going on that star anise, so I'm going to throw the garlic and all the rest of our aromatics into this and let them start cooking. Once you get everything in, we'll hit it with a little salt and pepper. And I'm just going to turn the heat down just a bit so it just simmers a little bit. So when we're going to come back when this is almost ready. You don't need to watch the whole thing break down, but this is what it's going to look like. It smells incredible, so but I'm sure it's going to get better. So we'll come back when this is almost ready. Okay, and while that's cooking, we're just going to take our soy sauce, our fish oil, or fish sauce, sorry, paprika, our chili pepper flakes, and our brown sugar. We're just going to mix this up real well. And we'll mix it up again before we do it. But we got that all ready to go for the next step after our aromatics have cooked. Alright, we have got it pretty much to where we want it to be with the cooking part of it. I'll turn the heat off. Everything's kind of browned up, but it's still sitting in oil, so it's not going to dry out like this. So I'll show you what we're going to do next. Well, what we want to do is we want to take our mixture that we have in the bowl here, and we want to take what we have in the pan and strain that oil right into the bowl with all the seasonings and spices in it. I'm going to set the other stuff we've got over here. This will help it to dry out just a little bit and crisp up. And you gotta let this cool down before you add it back. A couple minutes for it to cool down a little bit. I did take the 2 star anise pods out, or seeds out of there, and we're just going to add those crispy bits right back into the oil after they have cooled off just a bit. And you can chop them up a little bit if you want to too. Obviously did not do that with this. But here it is, mixed in with the oil. But we're going to take some pictures of this and come back and talk more about it. Alright, let's see what this tastes like. We've got, over here we've got actually two different versions. I went and got some online from the spicy chili crisp that we see here. I got this from Amazon. Came with this really cool spoon. So I'm going to go ahead and use the spoon to taste both. But this is a store-bought. This is what I made. So I already know what this one tastes like. So we'll just go ahead and take a little bit out of here. Good stuff. Taste is there, heat is there. I think the smokiness of that paprika kicks in. A little bit of mushrooms. I didn't see any mushroom powder I saw, but we didn't cook it with mushrooms. But everything we had in there, the ginger, the shallots, the garlic, the pepper, everything got infused into that oil while it cooked. And then we added it in to the other element with all the paprika and the chili flakes and all that. Really good flavor. I would have done one thing different. When this was all done, we drained the oil out into our other element. I would have probably taken some sort of, to break down all the big bits. There's a lot of big bits, as you can see, compared to this one. Doesn't make it any worse. It still has some tremendous flavor in it. But this is a little saltier, so maybe a little more soy sauce, but to bring in some more of that umami. But the mushroom does add a little bit of that umami and that savoriness that we want. But very good. This is good. Eggs, pasta, on top of salads, whatever you want to put it on. I've tried it up with, you can see how much is left. I got this about a week ago, but I've tried this on everything and it just adds so much to the food, and then it stands alone too. I think I'm going to saute up those spaghetti noodles I had left over from the Parmesan chicken show and have those for lunch. Just remember to keep it in a sealed container, like a jar most likely, because it'll stain Tupperware. I'll give you that right now. Not that I have, but just from experience. Anything with that kind of oil, with the paprika and everything else, is going to stain most containers. Anyway, sealed container in the refrigerator, 30 days, but if it lasts that long. But the best way to get this is to let it sit in the refrigerator for 1 or 2 days before you really use it for anything. So that's what I recommend. But not bad. One thing I would have done different was grind it up. It still looks pretty good in there. Smells fantastic. So, chili crisp. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks a lot for watching. Don't forget to go to my seasoning store over on itsonlyfood.biz. We'll see you next time. Thanks a lot.
These rappers don't listen. Well, let me show them something. You hear that beat bumping from the soul kitchen. Now what you fixing up? Good food, soul food, come and pick it up. These rappers don't listen. Well, let me show them something. You hear that beat bumping from the soul kitchen.